Okay. Sorry, I'm just adjusting some settings. Bring that down a bit. All right, so just going over the new class for Eberron campaign that came out. The Artificer, I think I'm saying that right. Don't know a ton about this class, especially from I've never been exposed to Eberron in the past, like even during 3.5. But this new class does seem very interesting, very much about imbuing magic into other items, enchanting, things like that. That's from what I can gather. So I'm just going to spend some time going over it and making a new character as this class. So I hope it's helpful for you. But either way, I appreciate you dropping in. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, so let's get started with, we do have to pick our race first. So let's get into the player's handbook. And I'm probably just gonna be super lame and boring and just go with a gnome. That seems like a pretty typical class to go for as an artificer. Oh, halfling maybe, that might be more interesting. But yeah, I'm gonna go for the gnome. It just feels like a natural kind of fit. All right, here we go, gnomage. I guess I should have used the sideboard. All right, let's take a look, because I do not know the abilities or class traits off the top of my head. I think even vanilla, I think the gnome has some sub races. Yeah, it does. Yeah, absolutely it does. All right, so let's look at the gnome traits first. Until goes up by 2. Kind of figure that. Gnome mature at the same rate. Yada yada yada. Oh wow, man, they can live for a while. Ooh, Icewind Dale's getting crazy. I'm gonna bring it down a touch. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys. Still start tweaking some volume and whatnot. There we go. That should be better. Yeah, so intel goes up by 2. Man, they can live for a long ass time. So let's start filling some of this in. Don't have a name yet. What's up, Chaz? Race, so we'll just get gnome in there for now. Like I say, don't have a sub race. Age, we'll make up 200. Great. Alignment are most often good. Those who tend towards law are sages, engineers, researchers, scholars. Okay, so law or inventors. So it's kind of leaning towards lawful good. I'm down for that. It's usually how I play, anyways. I'm trying to be good and helpful. Okay, so we've got a couple of gnome traits in there. Let's keep on scrolling ahead. So next page. Size. Gnomes are between 3 and 4 feet tall and average 40 pounds. Your size is small. I always forget that the size for the gnome is small, where I think a halfling is actually back up to... Is it still considered a medium? I'm probably dumb about that. Yeah, who cares? Let's get back to it. So easy for me to get sidetracked here. 3 and 4 feet tall? Okay, well, we'll make him... Let's see. Height, we'll just go for 3 feet for now. Like I say, you usually don't spend too much time on the kind of the cosmetic end. All right, let's start looking at our speed is 25, so not the usual 30. We actually start with the 25. Get that in there. Dark vision, okay, that's great. We can pounce that in. Oh yeah, what's gnome cunning about? You have advantage on all intelligent saving throws against Matt. That's pretty dope. Okay, so good to keep in mind. So dark vision and gnome cunning. Okay. And what page is this on, actually? 37? Okay. Okay, and what else do we got here? So I should... we're getting to sub race anyways. Yeah, I don't want to go ahead there. Yeah, we're still going through here, and I do need to apply... Let's just drop this on here before I forget. The intelligence score increase. Gnome cunningly added languages. You can speak and read Common and Gnomish. Okay. Oh shit, we're going into battle. Okay, Okay, we got the languages on there. Subrace, yeah, now I basically look at going into subrace now. Okay, so force gnomes get the dexterity increase. Rock gnome. Constitution. Oh wow, what's this? Artificer's lore. Whenever you make an intelligence history check related to magic items, alchemy. Apply. Oh wow. Okay. Let me read that again. Whenever you make an intelligence check related to magic items, alchemy objects, or technological devices, you can add twice your proficiency bonus. Nice. Instead of any normally apply. Okay. So that's kind of hard to ignore. Since the little the Artificer's lore ability, that is pretty cool. So definitely gonna go with the rock gnome. Let's do that. Okay. So, and I think Constitution is good for the Artificer anyways. Increased by 1. Okay. So that score goes up by 1. We'll leave that for now. Again, that's not the ability measurement or score. This is just you know, base roll score. But so I like to type it in there just to keep that in mind. So I get myself distracted. Yeah, we're going with rock, and we get the Constitution bonus, and then Artificer's lore. Okay. Nice. And we did the +1 to the Constitution. Okay. Now what's Tinker? You have proficiency with art and tools. Tinker's tool. Using these tools, you can spend 1 hour and 10 GP worth of materials to construct a tiny clockwork device. Oh, okay, the device's function. Yeah, this is all base tooth stuff too. Music box. Okay, cool. I've actually never read over that for the gnome. That's awesome. Okay, so we'll get the Tinker in there as well. I think that's going to be it for the most part. Okay. Yep, so we got Tinker on there, and I think that is it. Yeah, it goes right into half elf. I don't think there's a 4th or a 3rd, sorry, subrace. Oh god, that music. There we go. Okay, so basically got the race and racial traits filled out. Let's put in rock gnome. Okay, and so now we can actually bounce over to our class out of the Eberron campaign. So I just have the first few pages scanned in. You'll have to forgive my some of the crookedness on them, as I don't have the license with Adobe to get them corrected. I'm sure there's other ways. I have to spend some time looking into that. Anyways, let's take a look at the first page. Artificer basically just gives a good description of, you know, that a lot of the time when the Artificers, when they cast their magic, it's not so much, you know, it still is, you know, very arcane, but, you know, they really get into, you know, how you want to try and describe it through more of kind of like mechanical tinkering means. So it's pretty interesting. So definitely worth reading through this. But just try and keep this video short. I'm going to be jumping straight into class features. Let's see. Optional. No, don't need to worry about that. Okay, so hit die is 1d8. What else do we got? So 8 plus your Constitution modifier. Yeah, I almost want to do my rolls. I always get torn about doing the rolls after selecting race. I know some people do it like as the first thing. So I'm going to do it right now, and we'll get this out of the way. Let me load this page up. Bear with me. Okay, almost ready here. Okay, this will do it. Just need to get my dice loaded up, because yeah, let's get this out of the way. We'll do our rolls. So clear that out. Oh, we need 4 of these. Okay. And let's bounce over here so I can drop my notes, and we're ready to roll. Okay, so let's go for our first roll. Here we go. Oh, that was a nice total. Oh, but again, we're only taking the top 3 anyways. Okay, so 6, 9, 11, so nothing great there. Okay, next. 6, again, 11. Okay. Not very excited about that. Okay, 10. Okay, 14. All right. It's looking a little better. And what now? Here we go. Fourth roll. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Eek. 9, 12. Not very nice. Okay. Okay. Well, 14. Whatever. Okay, nothing too shabby, or in the negatives anyways. What do we got? One more. Here we go. Last roll. Roll. Oh, okay. So we've got 11 there, so 14. Okay. So nothing past 14, but we got a few of them, so that's not bad. Nothing in the negative, so that's good. Okay, thank you, Google. You can go away now. Okay, so now we got our numbers. Let's start landing them in. So Artificer is intelligence based, so we're obviously going to be going with our 14. So it's going to give us a total of 16. Get that in there. We'll get rid of one of the 14 so I don't forget. Next 14 is going to be dropping into Constitution. That'll put us to 15. So if I get a point in there, I've got my +3 ability modifier. That's not bad. Okay. Now my other 14... I really don't know if it'd be more beneficial for an Artificer to, for kind of like a third stat to focus on Wisdom or Charisma. I know it did suggest, you know, doing the Intel and then Constitution. Let's take a look at the first page. I think it does have a recommendation for a quick build. Yeah, so let's see. What does it say for the quick build? You can make an Artificer quickly by following the suggestions. First, put your highest ability score into Intelligence. We've done that. Followed by Constitution or Dexterity. Second, choose the Guild Artisan background. Yeah, oh, Guild Artisan background, it says. I was going to apply because there is a new background in Eberron, but it's more to do with like the guild houses that are in the campaign. This one's actually suggesting to take the artisan background, which is just from the vanilla player's handbook, I'm pretty sure. All right, let's change this up a minute. It's gonna change up the soundtrack. Thank you, Icewind Dale, you're very pretty. What we're gonna be going for, yeah, great. Okay. Yeah, so, yeah, like, so I guess we should go for Dexterity. That's kind of what it's recommending. And get your Intel, then Constitution and Dexterity. I was kind of thinking that it might, you know, want to lean towards Wisdom, but okay, let's do it. I'll take the suggestion. So that's my last 14 that I could apply there. I guess we're going to do it. 14. Okay. Uh, 12 can go into Wisdom, and then 11, 11. All right, there's my ability scores. Let's get the bonuses. So that's a 0, 2, 2. 16 is going to get me to 3. Wisdom is 1. So epic. Okay. And Charisma, that is a 0. Okay. Now, so I know some people like to do it the opposite, where the ability modifier is actually in the bigger box, so you can easier to see, which makes a lot more sense. I don't know why I prefer to see the score instead, but to each their own. Okay, let's get back to the class description. Yeah, so we got, oh, we could do our 1D. Let's do that. God, I'm so slow at this. So it's 8. So now that we have our Constitution modifier of the 2, so it's going to be 8. So it's a total of 10. Hit die is a D8. Okay. So now we start looking at our proficiencies. Now we actually start with light, medium, and shields, which is nice. So let's get that punched in there. And what was the weapon? So just simple, that's fine. Tools, so proficiency with thieves, tinkerers, and 1 types of artisan tools. Very nice. So a nice selection on that. Thieves tools, proficiency with thieves tools, that's great. Very nice. Okay, let's get that added. I'm just gonna add it to that section there. Simple weapons. Tools, okay. And thieves I spelled wrong. Thie, I believe. Thieves, what? Let's go back. Okay, E in there, I see. Thieves tools, okay. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I cannot spell right now. I'm still waking up. Yeah, okay. Bear with me as I learn to spell. Okay, so those are proficiencies, not bad. And we also get 1 artisan tool, so let's flip over to that. That's going to be background present equipment. New. Yeah, in equipment. Here we go. Artisan tools. These special tools include the items needed to purchase or to pursue craft or trade. The table shows examples of the most common types of tools, each providing items related to a single craft. Proficiency with a set of artisan tools lets you add your proficiency bonus to any ability checks you make using the tools in your craft. Each type of artisan tools requires a separate proficiency. Okay. So artisan tools. So we get a proficiency with 1 of our choice. So we've already got thieves and tinkerers, so that's good. Brewer supplies. Alchemist. I'll just go for the alchemist. Alchemist supplies. Yeah. Yes, do supplies. Yeah. Still falls under the artisan tools. Okay. Go with that. Okay, so back to proficiencies. We got the tools figured out. We're going to saving throws, which is our constitution and intelligence. So we can do that. So constitution, blink, and intelligence. We'll check that off. There we go. Skills. Choose 2 from Arcana, History, Investigation, Probably gonna go for History. Investigation, Arcana, Medicine is tempting as well. I think I'm gonna go for Arcana. Okay, so let's do it. So History and Arcana. Okay. All right, so now that takes skills. Yeah, we got that, so it takes care of that. Let's jump into equipment. So the following equipment in addition to equipment granted by your background, okay, which we haven't selected yet. Like I say, they did, for the suggestion, they did suggest the Guild Artisan background, which I'm pretty sure is in Player's Handbook. However, the Eberron campaign does come with a new background that relates a little bit more closely to the guild houses, which is part of the city of Sharn. So was going to be going for that, but we'll keep on moving along here. So equipment, any 2 simple weapons of your choice. Okay, so probably just going to go for something basic, especially for like a gnome, kind of like short swords or something. Let's get back to equipment. There's our weapons. Maybe something club-like? I don't know. Staff, maybe? That's kind of boring. Great axe. Dagger, club. Club, knee. I want something that's at least 1d6, I think. Might go for a mace for this guy, just for the hay of it. Yeah, we'll do mace. Okay. Why did I pop that out? Let's get that back in there. Okay. Yeah, I think I can go for mace. So this gives 2 proficiency. Any 2? Yeah, just 2 simple weapons. Yeah, of course. Okay, because we have simple weapon proficiency. So we'll take a mace and a short sword. And then I believe we also giving us a crossbow here. Light crossbow, 20 bolts. And your choice of studded leather armor or scale mail. We got thieves tools and a dungeoneer's pack. All right, so let's punch that in there. Ooh, dungeoneer, dungeon. Let me try that again. My spelling is brutal. Dungeoneer. No, that's not gonna be right. Fuck. Okay, thieves tool, dungeoneer pack, and we're gonna be taking the studded leather, which I think is 16. I'll type that in there for now, but I'm gonna look it up for sure. And that would allow my dexterity bonus, so it would actually pump me up to 18. There we go. Okay. Yeah, okay. Don't get a start with shield. Dang. Well, I want shield. Okay, let's get dungeoneer. Dungeoneer. Oh, I get you. Dungeoneer. Okay. Moving along at a snail's pace. I think that's still wrong. Anyways. Okay. Optional rule fire. Okay, so the firearm proficiency, I mean, that's something I can take a look at right now. Secrets of creating operating gunpowder weapons have been discovered in various corners of the D&D multiverse. If your dungeon master uses the rules of firearms in Chapter 9 in the Dungeon Master's Guide. That's something I want to take a look at, so let's actually flip to that right now. Now, is this one nicely categorized? I don't think it... Oh, it does. Here we go. So it says Chapter 9. Which one is Chapter 9 about? Part 3? Chapter 9, Dungeon Masters, K263. Okay. Is this sorted by... It almost feels like it's not sorted by chapter. Oh no, it is. There's Appendix. Appendix A. Okay, let's go Master of Rules. Chapter 8. So it should be something about firearms in here. I could just flip to it, but I'm in the index there. But oh, here we go. Explosives, firearms. All right, let's read gunpowder. Oh, there's firearms. I see. Okay, if you want to model the swashbuckling style of the Three Musketeers and similar tales, you can introduce gunpowder weapons to your campaign that are associated with the Renaissance. Similarly, in a campaign where a spaceship has crashed or elements of modern-day Earth are present, futuristic or modern. Firearms might appear. The firearms table provides examples of firearms from all 3 of these periods. The modern and futuristic items are priceless. Okay, proficiency. It's up to you to decide whether a character has proficiency with a firearm. Characters in most D&D worlds wouldn't have such proficiency. During their downtime, characters can use training rules in the player's handbook to acquire proficiency. They have enough ammunition to keep the weapons working while mastering their use. Okay. That sounds fair. Can kind of make your player have to spend time and ability checks, learning, and then eventually can gain the proficiency bonus on you. It doesn't mean you can't use it in combat. It's just you're not going to get your proficiency bonus. Which is very important, obviously. Properties, firearms use special ammunition. Some ammunition, okay. Okay. Oh, cool. Some interesting info on gunpowder. All right, let's look at the firearms chart. Range 30 feet. Okay. Max 90. Interesting. That's just for a pistol, musket. These are all martial ranged weapons as well. So none of these are considered simple. Figuring out alien technology. Interesting. So I'm probably going to avoid the firearm stuff for now, especially since it's saying that this is a martial ranged weapon. So again, you know, I would assume that your Artificer would have to go through some training to gain the proficiency bonus, because now you're trying to train yourself in a martial type weapon, where I guess, I mean, if the pistol was just a simple ranged weapon, you would almost already have the benefit or the proficiency bonus. So couldn't say. Gonna leave it alone for now. Okay, where are we at here? We got the weapons, proficiencies, optional rule. Yes, that's what we're just reading through. Let's go to the next page. Now, like I say, I do apologize about the crooked pages here. So looking at the table, so we're obviously at level 1. We have a proficiency bonus of +2. That's initiative. Okay. We have magical tinkering and spell casting. So let's take a look at magical tinkering. Oh god, that's hard to read on it. At first level, you learn how to invest a spark of magic into mundane objects. To use this ability, you must have Tinkerer's Tool. Let me bring that down a bit. There we go. Okay, so you must have you must have Tinkerer's Tool or other artisan's tools in hand. You then touch a tiny non-magical object as an action and give it one of the following magical properties of your choice. So they give you a few examples of, like, you basically having the object create light. What else did they do here? Oh, and it looks like emitting a message or a symbol. It's a choice of an odor or a non-verbal sound. Cool. Static visuals appear. Oop, don't need that. Static visuals appear. Okay. And the chosen property lasts indefinitely. As an action, you can end the property, though. So it's pretty cool. So nothing I have to worry about. It's obviously not a concentration. Very kind of minor thing, but still a neat little touch. Okay, and so then you obviously get the spell casting. So we're going to be spell casting, and artificers do have their own list. So we're going to know 2 cantrips, and spells. We're going to have 2 first level spell slots. Let's get down to here. Spell slots 2. Put that in there. And then I think there's something else to put together for how many we actually know. Okay, did I miss anything else here? No, just about spell casting tools. So like they suggest that, you know, when you're actually casting these spells, you know, they recommend that you kind of describe it using your, like, tools to kind of flesh out the Artificer description narrative of it, which I think is a really neat idea to really kind of set you apart from a typical kind of arcane user, mage or something. Okay, at first level, you know 2 cantrips of your choice from the Artificer spell list. At higher levels, you learn additional Artificer cantrips of your choice, as shown in the cantrips column of the Artificer table. When you gain a level in the class, you can replace one Artificer cantrip you know with another cantrip from the Artificer spell list. Okay, good to know. Preparing and casting spells. The Artificer table shows how many spell slots you have to cast your spells. To cast one of your Artificers, you must expend a slot of yada yada yada. Okay, going to the 3rd page now. A level or higher, you regain all expended spell slots when you finish a long rest. You prepare the list of Artificer spells that are available for you to cast, choosing from the Artificer spell list. When you do so, choose a number of Artificer spells equal to your intelligence plus your Artificer level. Okay, intelligence mod plus level, rounded down. Minimum 1 spell. The spells must be for what you have spells. Oh, right, obviously. Okay, yep, that's pretty typical. So let's start putting our spell save DC and our attack modifier. So our spell save DC is 8 plus proficiency plus intelligence modifier, where the attack modifier, I think you're just basically not adding the 8. Yeah. Spell save DC, so 8 plus, I think I only got a 2 on it. No, I got a 3. Okay. So A plus 3, give me 11 plus the 2. That's going to be the 13 for the spell save DC, and then my attack is only going to be 5. So nothing too great, but that's how she goes with those kind of rolls. Okay. You can cast Artificer spells. Oh wow, so so Artificers, they get ritual casting right off the bat? That's pretty dope. You can cast an Artificer spell as a ritual if that spell has the ritual tag and you have the spell prepared. Wow. So they don't even need to take a feat for that to do it? That's pretty dope. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. Here's the spells. Okay, so we can start choosing our spells. So we're basically learning 2 cantrips off the bat. So let's take a look. Let's reference, get out of there. Reference this just to make sure. Yep, cantrips known, 2. Okay, so let's get the cantrips chosen. Now, Create's Bonfire is kind of a neat one. That's actually something out of Xanathar's guide, so I'm going to do that. Now, I don't have Xanathar as a PDF, but I am going to add that spell. It is pretty cool. Create Bonfire, and then one more. Mage Hand, Magic Stone. I'll take Mage Hand, yeah. Okay, and then create Bonfire. Okay, very cool. And now we can start picking out our level 1 spells. So, like it was saying, it's going to be our level plus the intel modifier. Is going to prepare for spells or reveal if you cast. When you do so, you choose a number of Artificer spells equal to your intelligence modifier plus half your. Okay, half their level. Okay. Oh, so either way. So we're going to be at force 4. Okay. So what do we got here? Absorb Albans. Ooh, I can't remember that one from Xanathar's. Alarm, which could be a ritual, which is nice. Detect magic, so we'll go for that. So I get to pick 4, so we'll get Detect Magic. Fairy Fire, for sure. Let's write those down right now before I forget. I'll just put an R for Ritual. And then Fire. I think I spelled that right. Ooh, Featherfall. Okay. I'll probably take Featherfall as well, and then I get one more. Snare. Oh, I wonder what that's about. Yeah, I wish I had Xanathar's got. I mean, I got it right here. Just read it. Let's take a look. I'm popping up Xanathar's. Oops. Storm. No. Let's see. Snare level 1. Casting time is a minute. Wow, casting time is a minute. Yep, range touch. Okay. I guess it's meant to be used kind of as a trap, kind of preliminary, or beforehand. As you cast a spell, you use the rope to create a circle within 5-foot radius on the ground form. When you finish casting, the rope disappears and the circle becomes a magical trap. This trap is nearly invisible, requires a successful intelligence check against your spell save DC to be discerned. Oh, okay. Like an investigation. The trap triggers one small, medium, large creature on the floor. The creature must succeed a dexterity saving throw or be magically hoisted up in the air, leaving it hanging upside down for 3 feet above the ground. The creature is restrained here until the spell ends. A restrained creature can make a dex save, okay, at the end of each of its turn. Okay, so they're basically restrained, which is, I mean, that's always huge. I think that's advantage on attacks against them and a disadvantage on attacks they make, but I always gotta double check that. I can never remember this. Yeah, speed is obviously 0. Attack rolls against, yep, like I was saying, the advantage and disadvantage. Creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Ooh. Okay, very cool. So Snare is actually a pretty dope spell. I'm gonna go for that. So my other 2 oh, Cure Wounds would be good too. So we'll go for Cure Wounds and Snare. Identify is nice as a ritual. Yeah, let's go Snare. I'm going to go Identify. Which is kind of boring, but super good utility. Alright, there we go. So that creates our 4 spells that we know, and we have 2 spell slots. Let's get back to that page. Okay, we got that. Last page. So we've basically created... Yeah, I think we're done on making our character for the most part. Okay. Close spell custom class. I guess we got to pick our background now. And yeah, so let's take a look at what they were recommending. The guild. Let's erase this. Personality and background. Yeah, because there's definitely a background that they're recommending you take, not the Acolyte. I think it was the Guild Artisan. Yeah, Guild Artisan. Yeah, let's take a look at why. So you get proficiencies on Insight and Persuasion. That's always handy. You get another proficiency on a type of Artisan's tool. Get a language. Set a random tool on your choice. Okay, cool. So let's get our skill proficiencies on there. So Insight. There we go. And the other one was Persuasion. It's too tiny. There we go. Okay. Tool types. One type of artisan tools. Well, let's get the language in there. Let's go for undercommon. That's always good to have. Okay. Now I get proficient. Now I get to choose a set of tools, and I also get to choose a proficiency now. And now I do want the alchemist supplies, so I'm just going to add that right in there. Because I gained proficiency with it, but I wasn't able to. But it didn't give me a set. So we got the alchemist supplies in there. Now we got to get to actually choose a set. So before I leave this page, anything else? We got the language in there, equipment. Yep. Ooh, letter of introduction from the guild, a set of traveler's clothes, and a belt pouch of 15 gold. Okay. Let's put it over here. Guild letter, pouch, 15 GP, a pouch. There we go. And anything else? And we got to choose our artisan tools. We'll do that in a moment. Oh yeah, fine. What was it? Set of traveler's clothes. Okay. Okay. Now let's choose another set of tools to be proficient in, which is pretty dope. No, where was it? Classes, equipment. Venturing, no. There we go. Equipment. So probably going to go for some kind of like... Is there some type of metalworking? I'm trying to remember. Smith's tools, Tinker's tools. We got Tinker's tools. Probably Smith's tools. Jewelers would be good, obviously. Glass blowers. Wow. Probably going to go for Smith tools, though. Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm just proficient with that. I don't actually have... I don't actually own Smith's tools, but now I do own alchemist supplies. Now, last thing I was going to look up was to make sure that the AC added up appropriately. So studded leather armor, which like I said, I'm pretty sure that's 16, but that could just be leather armor. Let's back up. Weapons. Here we go. Studded leather. Yeah, 12 plus dex. Oh, so it's not 16. I'm way off. 16 is chainmail. Dumb. I am way off on that. Studded leather, 12 plus dex. Okay, so that's going to put me to 14. I was way off. I was thinking chainmail, chain shirt for some reason. So I'm not going to bother with the personality traits, background. I got Guild Artisan for the background. Yeah, that's about going to do it. The rest is all cosmetic, which I usually, don't worry about unless I'm, actually running the character, and I start to fill that in as I go, as things get described. But that basically gets our Artificer ready to go. So again, main thing is the intelligence modifier. You get a few spells, starting off with 4, based on the rolls that I had. I only got a +3 ability modifier to the intelligence, so not the best roll, but still, got the +3. Yeah, you know, lots of proficiencies, especially with the tools, which, you know, I don't think that's a surprise to anybody. Just a lot of proficiencies with different tools. I mean, I get to start with Thieves, Dungeoneers Pack, and Alchemist Supplies, which is pretty dope. Yeah, I mean, an interesting class. I think where the fun really comes is the different subclasses once you get to level, I believe it's level 3 for the Artificer. Before, you know, there's like the Artillerist, and there's a couple other ones. So lots of subclass variation. I think that's where the Artificer definitely stands out. So I got Chaz, my level 1 Rock Gnome Artificer. Man, would have a lot of fun playing this character, and maybe hope to bust this out at some point. Anyway, so I hope this video was helpful, if at all, if you're interested in creating an Artificer. This is kind of my first look at the class, and definitely going to be spending some more time looking at the subclasses, and then probably actually level this. I'm going to save this dude and actually level him up possibly on the next stream. Anyways, hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching. Take care.